Budget Blinds. Visit their showroom or call today for a free in-home consultation.
Back to the border city now. Thanks to some updated paperwork, the public can now hold city councillors and administration responsible for the business they do. As Jeremy Thompson reports, council has passed the new purchasing and procurement policy.
In a 6-1 vote, council has approved new guidelines that clarify all aspects of acquiring goods and services.
It's a great balance between accountability and efficiency.
It's clear this document has been written to prevent questionable contracts like the one with former Mayor Jeff Mulligan's company, Aha Moments, from ever being approved again. All contracts will now require 2 signatures to go through, often from the mayor and city clerk.
I think it does check off all the different levels of accountability and that, so I'm pleased with it as it stands.
The Aha Moments contract was sole source, meaning they were awarded the job without bidding for it against other companies. Now, in an effort to increase transparency, all sole source deals will be posted online every quarter for all to see.
If there is a chance that a sole source contract is awarded, there has to be a good reason for it. And we put that accountability on any director, any city manager, anybody that has awarded that sole source agreement.
There was one sticking point in the document. The city manager still has the authority to approve contracts worth up to $200,000.
I just thought that why does he need that extra pressure in view of what's happened?
When you think about tying the CIO's hands at $75,000 when we have a $60, $70, $80 million annual budget, it does seem to be overly restrictive.
The policy is detailed, clear, and promises serious consequences for anyone who doesn't follow it. No doubt something the city will aim to mimic when they release the updated Code of Ethics in February. Jeremy Thompson, Newcap News.
Well, 2 Lloydminster residents are facing charges after RCMP responded to a complaint of an attempted break-in at a residence on January 1st. After failing to gain entry into the house, a man fled the scene, after which police dog services were contacted to track the suspect. He later went on to break into vehicles at a few blocks south on 18th Street. Police then located a stolen vehicle on 68th Avenue and 42nd Street with 2 people inside. The car fled the area, crashing to a snowbank. 24-year-old Evan O'Hagan and 31-year-old Gina Rendero are both facing multiple charges, including resisting arrest, possession of a weapon, and failing to stop for police. Well, it's a big problem with no clear answer. The government of Saskatchewan says Lloydminster's wastewater treatment plant needs upgrades to meet environmental standards, but the city can't afford the $94 million project. The current plant uses a lagoon system to filter the city's wastewater. The new plant would trade rocks for a mechanical membrane. But even if the city borrows as much money as it can to pay for the project, they would still come about $16 million short.
We don't have the borrowing power and we don't have the cash. So management has to go and find more creative ways to do what we have to do, which is to build a new wastewater treatment plant.
Lloydminster has applied for funding from both provinces through the Building Canada Fund. Alberta has committed to $1.8 million for the upgrade, but Saskatchewan has rejected the request.
Saskatchewan government has imposed these obligations on us and then correspondingly not offered us any resources to meet them. So it's a bit of a catch-22 for sure.
After yesterday's meeting, council met to discuss possible options to solve the money problem. They're not ruling out increasing utility rates. Well, we had a slower than normal start to our winter season, seeing very little snowfall and warmer than average temperatures. But in good old Canadian fashion, these conditions didn't stick around. To aid in snow removal, the city of Lloydminster is purchasing a new truck equipped with a gravel box and a slip-in sander.
And we do spread a lot of sand and aggregate on the streets to prevent slippage and accidents. And of course, you need equipment to do that work.
An important form of maintenance we all rely on when we're affected by Mother Nature's worst.
We're just keeping up to the equipment we need to do the job to keep our community as safe as we can.
As heavy duty as these trucks are, updating them is an important aspect of winter road maintenance.
This type of work is hard on equipment. There's no question. It's like street graders. They're very susceptible to damage when you're in that process.
Council approved the purchase for the vehicle earlier this week with a price tag of $392,000.